Are you shackled by debt, yet dream of changing the world? Learn how one individual is ditching the 9 to 5 to live a life of freedom and passion, proving that anyone can build a life of purpose, regardless of their financial situation. I used to feel like I was drowning. I was working a job I hated, buried under debt, and my health was suffering. I felt trapped, with no real freedom or control over my life. I knew I needed a comeback, a new beginning. I wanted financial freedom, better health, and the freedom to live life on my own terms. My first step was tackling my finances. I created a budget and started tracking every penny. It wasn't easy, but I was determined to become debt-free. I looked for ways to increase my income, exploring side hustles and investment strategies. Slowly but surely, I started seeing progress. I started small by selling old items in my house to online markets to get some cash flow going. And it really worked. It was not much, but it gave me a sense of action and motivation that I needed to keep pushing. Next, I focused on my health. I knew I needed to make changes to my diet and exercise habits. I started small, walking for 30 minutes a day and gradually incorporating healthier foods into my meals. I also started practicing mindfulness and meditation to manage stress. Wellness became a priority, and I began to feel more energy and vitality. But for many years, I had this very low self-esteem. And because of this issue, I had difficulty speaking up and asserting myself. I knew that if I kept at it, there was no way I was going to be where I wanted to be. In some way, this affected all aspects of my life. My finance was affected since I was always agreeing with my employers, even if I had disagreements, and I was being underpaid. So I took some courses to help with this matter, and it was very helpful. Finally, I started exploring ways to achieve location independence and time freedom. I wanted to break free from the traditional 9 to 5 and create a life that allowed me to travel and pursue my passions. I started learning new skills online, focusing on areas that would allow me to work remotely. I also started networking with other like-minded individuals who were already living a liberated lifestyle. It wasn't an overnight transformation. There were setbacks and challenges along the way. But I never gave up on my dream of a greatest comeback. I stayed focused on my goals, maintained a positive attitude, and believed in myself. I studied ways in which I could improve my communication skills, and that also helped me with a lot of things. Now I'm living a life I never thought possible. I have financial security, excellent health, and the freedom to do what I love. I'm empowered to make my own choices and live life on my own terms. I've overcome obstacles, conquered challenges, and achieved the impossible. It's more than I have ever dreamt of. This is my greatest triumph! I had found my path to achieving money, health, and freedom. My comeback is my greatest blessing. I have reclaimed my life and rewritten my story. While I had shared my story of achieving money, health, and freedom, there were a few questions such as how to create sustainable wealth and achieve long-term financial security in volatile markets. And what are the most effective strategies for maintaining optimal health and preventing age-related diseases, which require further exploration? If you found my story inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe to keep watching more amazing videos like this.